frustrating days when I'm reading the news and I'm like, why are certain people in charge? So I found this news article, and of course, it's from CNN, the most trusted name in news. Or is that Fox? Are any of them trusted these days? After reading this, I sure as hell hope not. So this story came from WBRZ, Channel 2, ABC affiliate. But of course, all the information came from CNN, apparently, from an interview with a doctor who is trying to say, think twice before taking brain health supplements. Now, why would a doctor be out there complaining about somebody taking something at home that might prevent them from going to the doctor? I can think of like maybe some Benjamin related ideas as to why that would be. He tries stating that there are no supplements that have been proven to preserve brain health, which that's a crock of crap. Because as far as I can tell from doing research on supplements, there's quite a few that have several studies that show different variations on how they help with brain health. Ginkgo biloba, potentially, although the studies have shown increased circulation in brain, which, hey, if you've got healthy blood flow in the brain, how is this a bad thing? And I could go into several others. But apparently this doctor, which who knows where the hell he got his degree, how long ago it was. I mean, if this guy graduated from medical school in like 1973 and he's on TV going, there's no evidence of, because, and I'm going to point this out. When I worked at a hospital for 15 years, 99 out of 100 doctors, okay, once they graduated from med school, never, ever picked up any books, literature, articles on any, I have a degree. I already know everything I need to know. Really? You're not keeping up on the latest as to why you should? Well, that's why we have the pharmacy reps. Duh. And seriously, pharmacy reps, when they come in, for one, the company purposely picks the hottest hoochie that they can find to come in with the smallest amount of clothing that apparently is still considered professional to go to these hospitals, and all the doctors flock around, or they hear that like, hey, the rep's here, and it's like, oh, free lunch, because there's going to be an entire room filled with Jimmy John's or whatever pizza place could accommodate for like 50 doctors to show up at one time. And then there's the horny ones, usually the older ones. The older doctors, for some reason, are the horniest sons of bitches at the hospital. And they are all over the reps, okay? Because they're looking for wife number 3 or 4. And the reps, they're willing to serve their customers, okay? So, as for this guy, who apparently just does like no research after getting his degree, he's trying to say that there's no evidence that any supplements help support brain function and preserve brain health. Moron. But then he contradicts himself, because apparently omega-3 fatty acids have been known to be beneficial to brain health. But then points out that the best source to get omega-3s are such things as salmon and flaxseed. So you just have a problem with people popping supplements in order to get the same thing. Do you know of anybody who eats salmon every day? Anyone? And I'd like to point this out, but ever since we found out that salmon is actually healthy for you, they stopped using it as dog food, which was happening until what? The 1980s? Seriously. They would harvest the salmon, it'd go to the dog food companies, and that's what your dog was being fed from those cans of food. But now, salmon is super expensive because it's good for you. And this guy is like, oh, you should just be getting it from your food. So yeah, what else does he go on? Oh, he goes on about red meat and how you're at an increased risk for dementia if you eat a lot of red meat. Not really buying that one. I think really the complaint here is just the standard American diet, okay? For one, most people don't take brain healthy supplements, which I started taking beginning of this year. I've seen a noticeable difference. But apparently this guy has a problem with red meat. He has a problem with supplements. He's saying too much red meat is bad for you. And it has a link to dementia. He also tries to point out that one of the common myths about Alzheimer's disease and dementia is that it's genetic. And there can be a lot of other factors that go into it. Okay. Perhaps a unhealthy diet has something to do with it. But I'm going to point out another thing about this stupid article that I found is that it was maybe, and this is on the long end, maybe 600 words, and doesn't go into why supplements are a bad thing other than you should really just be getting this from food, which if you talk to any expert when it comes to supplements and their usage and why people have had to go to supplements, is that we don't have the nutrition that we used to have in our food. You go to the supermarket and 90% of the stuff on the shelves is trash. It's junk, okay? It's highly processed, and any nutrient value that was in that at some point in time was stripped out before it went into the plastic bag and the cardboard box. Why do we need supplements? Because of this. So of course at the end he's saying that a nutritional diet, exercise, and not using things like smoking and drinking alcohol are your best bet for a healthy brain, which again, he's not keeping up on things because we now know that nicotine has been shown to reduce the onset of Alzheimer's or completely stopped it from happening, and that it also helps with memory and focus. Now, of course, he's going to say, well, you shouldn't be smoking cigarettes. That's bad for you. I didn't say smoking cigarettes. I said using nicotine, the drug that you find in tobacco that can be taken out of the tobacco plant and you can use in a way that doesn't involve screwing up your lungs or causing cardiac issues, like causing mouth cancer and throat cancer and stomach cancer. Like, you don't have to worry about these things. You can still take nicotine and get it into your system to have the effects that you want it to have. Nicorette gum, for example. You're not chewing tobacco. It's gum with nicotine. So there's healthy alternatives to this. But yeah, this guy, apparently, whoever this news station found to do this story is just anti everything because he didn't learn it in medical school 30 years ago. So yeah, I'd really like to have a conversation with this dude because it's gonna, the whole end result of it would be him screaming at me like, I am the medical professional here. And I'll be like, you don't know your shit. Like, go back to fucking school. Read a book, you bitch. Anyways, that's all I have on that story. So I highly support, talk to your doctor first, the use of supplements when it comes to all kinds of health and brain function. And do your research and talk to your medical professional first, because this is not advice of any kind. I just think it's a good idea to look into it yourself. Make an educated guess. Keep on typing.